It's the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460 with Dan the Boy Steiker and Billy Doc Niles, brought to you by Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores in Baraboo, Black River Falls, and Toma. By Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and 3rd Street, downtown La Crosse. By Dean Satellite and Security, your local DirecTV retailer. By the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. By Weir's Machine and Racing Products in Bangor, Wisconsin. And by TJ's Long Shots Grill and Saloon in historic downtown West Salem. Now here's Doc and Dan with today's report.
Welcome in, race fans. It is Saturday. It's a nice Saturday, and hopefully I will be seeing you at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway on this beautiful-looking Saturday. I am the Voice Radio Man Dan Dyke, along with Billy Doc Niles. You've tuned into the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report here on 1460 WBOG. Also, those people listening online and the TuneIn app.
Love the TuneIn app.
Billy Doc Niles.
Hello, everybody.
It is the day a lot of us in this area have been waiting for since Oktoberfest, that first good grind of the motors, that good nose smell of the fuel.
Yep.
La Crosse Speedway. Media Day is here.
Media Day. Hopefully next week we'll have a few interviews from that here for everybody. But, yeah, it's one everybody around here is looking forward to. If you watch our TV show, we talked to Dave Nelke, who will be on the show later today. We talked to him about, new drivers showing up. So this is a good day to see some of the new drivers and see what they got going.
Now, take me back a couple years here. Of course, for those that don't know, Billy Doc Niles ran a late model. I always get this wrong. 33 years? You raced for 33 years.
34.
See, why is there a year that's just, maybe it was the year of you carrying the hood down the French straightaway that's just still a blot to me.
Oh, geez, why do you keep bringing that up?
Because I love that picture.
No, it doesn't everybody. But, yeah, it's 34 years. It was a blur.
Go back to the early stages of La Crosse Speedway when they would run that very first practice day or that media day. Did you get butterflies? I mean, were you butterflying it up in anticipation to get back on the track, or were you more, my God, don't fall apart on me now because we're this close?
34 years, I always had.
Wait, I just saw a couple of gray hairs pop out of his head there too.
I believe it or not, I always enjoyed racing so much, and even in the early years, my wife could tell you this. I'd get in the race car and I'd get the dry heaves. That's how excited I was to be in the race car. I just, I couldn't wait to get going, and I was excited to get out on the racetrack, and so it was always fun to me, all the way to the last night. It was always a good time for me. A bad night on the racetrack is better than a good day at work.
Did you ever go to a media or practice day that you're in the pits, you're not really paying attention to what's going on? I mean, I'm in there doing a lot of interviews and finding out the who's and getting driver sponsors. Drivers themselves are paying attention to their car, their pit crews. You want to make sure everything is fine and dandy. Did you ever have a media day or a first practice day where you hit the track and all of a sudden you look over and go, oh, damn, he's back? Or, oh, damn, I didn't know he was coming out this year?
I'd look down and say, oh, good, he's not there.
Who was that, though? Who were the guys that would either – was there a Mark Lamoureux? You were like, oh, my God, I've never raced against this guy. Who was it that made you go, I'm actually going to race this year with that guy?
Well, it was
or girl.
It was always an honor to race with, it's an honor to race with everybody, but it was always an honor to race with Steve and Kevin and, guys like Charlie Menard. They brought and Paul Brooks. They brought national notoriety to our track because they were national champions or they were regional champions. In the later years here, guys like Korish and Herbst and Paff and Carlson, bringing all this national attention to La Crosse. It's an honor to race with all of them. I mean, when you can kick back and have a beer with them and after the races and talk about how the night went, these are great guys. They're not the racing doesn't go to their head. They're cool to sit around and talk to, and it's just great to be around everybody at the racetrack.
Well, and then you mentioned a lot of the older guys, the Prukshes and the Carlsons and Noodlemans. I'm going to say that the seasoned drivers. What about the Majeskis, though? You got to race when Majeski was out there, and one of these days you could sit back with a cold one on your couch. while you and I are texting about the radio show going, hey, look, there's Ty running a NASCAR race.
Yeah, he's spanked my butt more than once. I can remember Ross Kenseth coming here at 13 years old and spanking me.
If you're an up-and-comer and you want to win and beat someone hard, come here to see Doc.
You want to look good? Just race against me. I'll make everybody look good.
That's why that famous term was Car 54, where are you now?
Now, there are all kinds of up-and-comers we've seen. We talked earlier today at work about Matt Kenseth, and when he first came up, there's a really good Kevin Noodleman story about when Kenseth first started racing at the Dells, and someday we'll get that out of him. But it's just fun to watch the up-and-comers race with the old guys and the veterans, and I just can't stress it enough how much fun I always had racing.
Media Day at the La Crosse Speedway, first open practice in anticipation of the widely advertised Budweiser Frostbuster coming up the 30th. Late model Sportsman, Thunderstocks, Hornets, and Street Stocks qualifying on Sunday will be at 12:45 racing at 2 o'clock. And Billy Doc Niles, one of our sponsors, has an opportunity for somebody to go.
This is your last week to get in on free Frostbuster tickets. Whitetail Crossing and convenience stores in Black River Falls, Baraboo, Tolman, and Nakusa all have your chance at free Frostbuster tickets. The last chance this Wednesday. Get to one of these 4 convenience stores, get your name in the hat, win a pair of tickets, also have a shot at a free 12-pack of pop and your choice of a pizza.
You know, I got to looking at the La Crosse Speedway schedule this year. Why is it that racetracks like having food sponsors? Kick-ass beef jerky night for street drags is going to bother me because I've had that before, and that's outstanding jerky. Oh, let's see. Then we're going to turn around, and we've got Clement's night. Obviously, I want to have my fill of brats. What was the Festival Foods? I'm there all the time. I'll be thinking about food that night. Heroes Bar and Grill for street drags. I'll be thinking about This happens every year, man. I mean, one of these years, we just need to have Dave Nelke and Chuck Derry just knock off a food sponsor because it's killing me.
Well, it's to draw people like you in. You know, when they have special...
I'm already there.
When they have special... Well, I said people like you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know many like you, but people like you. It's, and every sponsor on here is designed to, attract people to come in for a reason or another. The food nights, obviously, right? The Buck nights are obviously a good one. Smash-O-Rama and Eva Destruction are obviously awesome nights because people love to see stuff get busted up.
And, I saw 2 new names on the scale. Well, it's actually not a new name because they've been around racing for a while. If I can find what night it is, Vintage Night on July 15th. First 500 fans get free K&N Filter Fran prize packs, and I think that's the first time I've seen that since I've been at the Speedway.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing that.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And then we would like to welcome to the Speedway this year on August 19th. I'm gonna sing this on the microphone. I can guarantee I'll do it. Bobcat of the Coulee region. Bump. That's on the 19th of August.
Well, you're replacing me from last year. Your wife's going to love that.
Well, that one was good though. I missed that one. I'll sing that several times that night.
Hey, we gotta mention our sponsors for the program. We haven't done that yet.
Yes, we do. One more time. How can people win tickets to the Frostbuster?
At any one of the 4 locations: Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, or Toma, Whitetail Crossing convenience stores location. Your free Frostbuster tickets, plus you get a shot at a 12-pack of pop and your choice of a pizza.
Coming up on today's program, of course, during our Team Dean segment, that's brought to you by Dean Satellite and Security. A good friend of mine, got to know him several years ago as I started with the Great One and Sportsman series, and this guy can talk. Jason Toma will be joining us in the program. Brought to you by Nelke Realty. It's Dave Nelke on segment number 2 from the La Crosse Speedway. Of course, the Days in Burning Rubber Race Report with Paul Reichert's going to be coming up. And we're also going to be talking. You had a great chance to talk with 2 good guys that we've known for quite a while at Dells Raceway Park.
Yep, our good buddy Brett Kane from the Twin Cities, the Elko Raceway. Great interview with him. And I got a chance to talk with Jeff Storm, the resident political analyst.
That's great.
You're going to love what he has to say.
If you don't know what Bill's talking about, add Jeff Storm on Facebook, and this is the Rush Limbaugh on wheels. You have just got things started here with the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. Billy Doc Niles. I'm with the voice, Radio Man Dan Dyker. Stay tuned. Dave Nelke is going to talk more about the La Crosse Speedway next on 1460 WBOG.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and smoke shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue. Recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
And just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Are you looking for comfort under the sun? You can find that and a whole lot more with your stay at the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. The Days Inn has 148 spacious rooms, an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness room, and plenty of banquet space to host that big meeting or wedding reception. If you're hungry, food and drink are just steps away at the Heroes Bar and Grill inside the hotel. So if you're planning a pool party, wedding reception, or just want a night away in a jacuzzi suite, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island is your stop under the sun.
Here we go, back to the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report with Doc and Dan.
Welcome back, Cool Gold 1460 WBOG. It's the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. Billy Doc Niles, the voice, Dan Diker. Thanks for joining us on the program. Again, Media Day going on as we speak at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. New cars, new drivers, and new ideas. That is what you can expect every single year, starting with Media Day and Open Practice Day at the La Crosse Speedway and all the way down to Oktoberfest. And to talk more about that, the idea part of the program, is going to be the marketing director and man of many, many hats at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, and that would be Dave Nelke. Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm wonderful, Dan. Thanks for having me on. And hello, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Niles.
First time we've talked on the radio since last fall. How'd your winter go?
It wasn't extremely bad. I'm not a big fan of winter, but we had some warm weather, and it certainly broke it up a little bit. But I'm glad spring's here, and we're ready to race.
You know what I like about him during wintertime is every single year he's got something to do with snow and the racetrack. Whether it's how many days are left, the year, the video they did of the abominable snowman or
was that
Bigfoot
what that
a couple
was?
years
I thought
ago.
it was Bigfoot, man. That was so
Bigfoot.
cool. It was
That
Bigfoot.
was hilarious.
Where do you come up with these ideas?
It's winter. He's
We
got
have
nothing
time
else
to
to do. Looking at the 2017 schedule, Straight Drag schedule's out. The Speedway schedule is out. It's Media Day right now at the La Crosse Speedway. Talk about the planning. Chuck Deary always says we're in the fun business. We're in the entertainment business. But to be able to do that and to compete with other tracks and to bring in new fans and return the old fans, you can't do the same old thing year after year because it gets kind of stale. So you guys really put a lot of heart and soul into making this thing vibrant.
Yeah, we do, Dan, and it takes a lot of logistics. You know, we have to look at what other tracks have released their schedules and what events they're going to have on what weekends. That kind of helps dictate some of the events that we have scheduled. But you know, our bread and butter is the weekly racing, and we are in the fun business. We're in it for family entertainment. We know we don't want to assume that the race fans are going to come, but we're going to hope that they come out. But we're also marketing towards getting mom and pop and the 2 or 3 kids that are just looking for something to do, maybe something different that haven't been out there in a couple of years, or they only plan to come once or twice. So we got to have something a little bit different every night, in addition to our standard late model Sportsman Thunder stocks, or whether it's Hornets or Street stocks. So.
Sure.
All the ideas you guys come up with, like from the buck night to the kids rides to the sandwich eating contest, which we will definitely get Diker involved in this year.
I'm doing it this year, hands down.
How do you guys just keep coming up with some new little niche every year? I mean, do you get that creative? Do you see this somewhere and want to apply it here? How do these ideas come to you guys?
Well, there's a number of different locations that we can find different things to add to the event. We attend the promoter workshops where a bunch of racetrack operators get together a couple times during the winter, share ideas. We bring some of them home. We give them some of our ideas. Another source of a lot of this good stuff is minor league baseball. I mean, they've got nothing but time between innings, and they do a lot of good promotions. And we study some of that, and then we come up with some of our own ideas as well.
And of course, last year you came up with the Twitter contest. How successful has that been?
Twitter's it's catching on. It's been hard. People are so accustomed to using Facebook, but we had a lot of new Twitter subscribers, I guess you'd call it, or Twitter followers last year, and Dan pumped it really hard during the events, and it's growing.
I know we had a couple of nights. If people know what we're talking about, at LAX Speedway, we want you during the race season when I announce for it to take a picture of yourself or your squad, and then send it on Twitter, and then Dave and I will go in the tower and we'll look through the pictures. And a couple of nights last year, there were just picture after picture after picture, so that's greatly appreciated. I think you and I talked last year, Dave, on we talked a couple of years ago because the social media presence started to become huge for the La Crosse Speedway, and I think it hit you and Chuck a little bit quicker than you had anticipated with Instagram and Snapchat and everything else that was going on. But it's got to be such a great marketing tool for you guys because, number one, a lot of times it's free, and number two, there's a lot you can do with that.
There is. We eventually became kind of overwhelmed with the number of different platforms that we could do on social media, and Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram. You can go on and on and on, but it gets exhausting. I think what we decided that we just picked a few that we're just going to apply to, and just stick with that as our part of our marketing campaigns.
Well, the season kicks off on the 30th of April, and you guys are throwing everything at everybody. Late model Sportsman, Thunder stocks, Hornets, Street stocks, qualifying at 12:45, racing at 2 o'clock. When I say the term street stocks, and I had people at Wisconsin Dells here a couple of weeks ago ask me, they actually said, hey, what is a street stock at the Speedway up in La Crosse? I've never heard of that before. We had, I think, 47 total registered street stocks last year, and this is outside the minivan class. Are you guys surprised at the numbers of street stocks? Because I see another surge this year.
We knew that in the future it was going to get some traction, and it was tough the first year or two. But 25 years ago, our Thunder stocks was the street stock class.
Yep.
But those cars are 30, 40 years old, and they're getting hard to find. So we had to find something to eventually replace them that drivers could just go, get an old beater off the street and start using it, applying it to racing. And the street stocks is perfect because they can buy a car pretty cheap, a few $100, do a few things to it, modifications, but it's not a race car, it's a car they race. And when they're all done with it, they can junk it out, take it to the salvage yard, and get most of their money back.
Yeah,
I think now in the last couple of years, it is by far your biggest division, and it probably couldn't come at a better time. Years ago, when they tried to utilize the 6-cylinder cars, nobody would jump into them. Now they're all over the place. It's an affordable division to get into racing. It's a genius time to do it.
It really is. The Hornets, we developed that 1999, I think it was, and the 4-cylinder cars, it almost seems like there's less of them now available, and it's perfect timing for the street stocks to kind of pick up a little bit of the slack where the Hornets are lacking with the 4-cylinders. Dave
Nelke joining us from the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Hopefully you all got that green envelope in the mail here a couple of days ago. If you haven't, contact the Speedway, 608-786-1525, and they're going to make sure to get one out to you.
Or contact Rob Christian on Facebook. He'll send you a picture of it.
Dave, this envelope was chock full of items this year, from different schedule types to a bunch of good coupons.
Yeah, we want to make it valuable to our fans, and a couple of years ago we started doing a lot of couponing, and it seems to have gained some traction, and a lot of the fans like it. And what better way is there to go out and spend money than when you're going to save it?
I always like the ones that say meal deal.
Cause I was just looking at this one. There's the Diker meal deal right there. 2 cheeseburgers and a soda for $5.
Well, the one that's not on here.
To give it the name of the Diker meal deal.
The one that's not on here that I can't see that I saw when I got my envelope. There it is right there. 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets for $40. That is a steal and a half.
Diker,
you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that should have Diker.
That's the
somewhere.
Diker meal. That's the Diker racing
Next year, let's
deal,
do this, and I'll supply the bacon.
Diker will sponsor that.
Yes, I will.
Dave,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what is give us some of the highlights on the schedule this year because there's so much stuff going on.
We start out here Sunday, April 30th at 2:00 with the Frostbuster. It's kind of a weekly show, but we're going to do it on Sunday afternoon like we've done the last couple of years. And then weekly racing kicks off the 12th and 13th of May with the street drags and first Tri-State Ambulance Night. On Saturday night the 13th, we run every Saturday night with weekly racing, until the 19th of August. Except on the July 1st show. That's our Smash-A-Rama. It's kind of a week off for most of our regular racers. We've got Tundra on Friday night and the Smash-A-Rama Saturday night. Night of Destruction, 9th of September. We can't wait for that as well. Then, of course, Oktoberfest, October 4th through 8th.
And let's not forget the very ultra-popular Buck Nights, May 27th, Mountain Dew Buck Night, and August 12th, Pepsi Buck Night. So, thank you, Pepsi, for sponsoring them this year. One of the biggest nights you have all year.
Yeah, we go through a lot of Mountain Dew and Pepsi those nights, and maybe we should call it the Diker Buck Night.
I like that, too. Yeah. And I'll even show you. I'll put in a demonstration if I have to on how to get the most for your money. And by 9 o'clock, think, I don't even need a snack when I go home.
Well, we have just a couple of minutes here left with
I do want to talk real quickly, though. Street Drags. StreetDragsLEX.com. It's the 10th year of Street Drags. It's so popular. Greg McCarnes came up and brought his crew, I think it was last year, but it was early last year. They're going to do it down in Madison now. Talk about the success of Street Drags.
We're in our 10th year Street Drags, and it's been very popular. We've got a very young demographic that is highly interested in it. A lot of people that just like cars. A lot of people that just are looking for something fun to do. It doesn't cost much to participate. Come on out, have fun.
Again, StreetDragsLEX.com. The first Street Drag is Friday, May 12th. It goes all the way to October. I want to say this year it is the October 14th. Would be the 300-foot bracket nationals. Come on out, race against your buddies, race against the big cars, the minivans, your high school friends, and you'll go home with a pumpkin.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And they're not small. Really cool they're large pumpkins. Yeah, I have to deliver them to the vehicles when they win.
Jeez, Diker,
Dave Nelke
all
of the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. He's got a busy man. We're running around Media Day today at the Lacrosse Speedway. And again, we're going to hear more from Dave throughout the season as we head up to racing on the 30th of April and, going all the way through Oktoberfest. Billy, someone's got tickets for the Frostbuster.
Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores in Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, Atuma are your chance to get free Frostbuster tickets. Your last chance is this Wednesday. Register at any one of them 4 locations, and you also get a shot at a 12-pack of soda and your choice of a pizza.
There's that food drop again. Before we go, when we have drivers on the program, the last thing we do is we always say we want to know who's sponsoring you. Without those sponsors, they can't race. We can't have a good time on Saturday. So I let them, whether they're on my show or not, name drop their sponsors. Dave Nelke's portion of the program today has been brought to you by
NelkeTeam.com Realtors.
Nailed it.
Attaboy,
congratulations. Dave. A couple of months ago, Dave became a realtor with his wife, Lori, and that's got to be kind of a different flavor.
It's a lot of fun. Real estate's an interesting business, and it's something we both are very excited about. We're looking forward to it. She works during the daytimes, and I can do it during the evenings, and it's a good teamwork for us.
Help Dave. Here's the goal. If Dave can sell 5 homes between now and the start of next year's radio show, he will be a sponsor on the radio show. Deal?
I'll be a bacon sponsor for you.
Like that, too.
Nice.
Dave Nelke with the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We're just getting started. Lots of programs coming up next. LacrosseSpeedway.com for the schedule. LAX Street Drag or StreetDragsLAX.com for the Street Drag schedule. More to come. The Race Report, WBOG.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Spring, spring, spring. Now that it's spring, no one wants to sit inside and watch TV with it so beautiful outside. And when you get DirecTV through Dean's Satellite and Security, you don't have to. You can now take your TV with you into the great outdoors with the free mobile app from DirecTV. Going on a picnic? Take your TV with you. Sitting by the lake? Don't miss your favorite show. It's really that simple. Call your local friends at Dean's Satellite and Security today at 608-269-2897 or visit them online at deanstv.com. Now get outside and watch your TV. Content, channels, and functionality varies by TV package, viewing location, and device. Data charges may apply. Conditions apply. Call for details.
It's Team Dean time as the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store race report continues on Cool Gold 1460.
As part of the Team Dean segment brought to you by Dean's Satellite and Security, one of our 2017 Team Dean's drivers joining us, and that will be Minnesota's Jason Toma. Jason, how are you?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin, that's right. I think I got that wrong last year as well. Mr. Toma, how are you?
Great. I'm doing excellent. I know there's a lot of Minnesota guys here, so I understand how he got that wrong. It's awesome. You know, those Minnesota guys, they love to travel, and it's great seeing those Elko guys come down and play, and I can't wait to get racing with these guys and see what we got for them.
First and foremost, we talked about you in the radio show last week as we officially radio released the Team Dean's drivers. Talk about being a Team Dean's driver this year.
Well, Dean and Sonia, they're amazing friends, and I love hanging out with them, and the partnership we have through Dean Satellite and Security is incredible. Their service and what they supply for TV viewers is amazing.
Second or third year now with Great Northern Sportsman Series?
I believe it's the fourth year. I think it's the fourth year because I won the points the first year they had it in 2013.
Okay, yep, that's right.
So I've been with them every year, and we just love traveling. You know, we love going around to different places, and when you can compete against other guys at other tracks, you know you're doing something right, and that's what we love doing. It gives us a challenge to go out and try as hard as we can to keep up with those guys.
You know, I was telling our PR gal Aspen, this was her first race at the Dells, and I was kind of breaking down the different series that were at Dells. As the Great Northern Sportsman Series is like the creme de la creme. It's like when the stars come out, because besides Oktoberfest, we don't ever see this kind of a group of drivers come together like that. And it means for someone like yourself and Dave Trude and everybody else, you got to come with an A game.
Oh, definitely. And I feel we're way closer than we were last year, and now we're just doing minor tweaks on the car, and I really hope we have some for that number 2 car. It's about time that somebody else can take him out of victory lane. That'd be great.
Talk about 2017 besides Great Northern and doing some traveling. What else are your racing plans looking like?
For the most part, we're going to do the Jefferson Series or Jefferson Track and race for points this year. I'm really excited about doing that. It's my home track, and I can't wait to do that. So we're going to do that. We're also going to do the Badgerland Series, and then all the specials at the end of the year. We're gonna just go out and travel. We love doing that at the end of the year. That's where we have a lot of fun. So.
And I know Madison. I think Madison is one that you want to. And I'm not going to stir bad memories. Madison's on the schedule this year for Great Northern. I know that's a track you want to get back to.
Oh, I love that place, and Madison, to me, it's like putting a ring on for some reason. I just love Madison. So I'm excited to get back there. That'll be the next track that we go to for the GNS series, and I can't wait. It's going to be super exciting. The 6 car is ready to go racing.
And you know, going back to the Great Northern Sportsman Series and its drivers, I think with a lot of tracks, rules packages wise, besides tires for a lot of these guys that don't normally run this, buy a set of tires and then never run them again until fast, it's got to be a luxury to see new drivers coming out, new cars coming out, because so many tracks pretty much have been accustomed to the Great Northern rules package.
Yes, it is, and that's something that Greg does really well. Is he continues to keep the rules within a really decent guideline. You know, he doesn't go extreme, and then all of a sudden cars stop showing up. You know, and that's the whole key to running a series. The tires, that's definitely one thing that, you know, it just seems to kind of go back and forth. But this year we're going to be running 2 tires. Last year we were running 3 different types of tires. So 2 different types of tires this year. That's way easier on us. A lot less tire changes, so we're excited about that. So.
Well, one more question, Jason, as we always do at the end of an interview. Tell us about your sponsors this year.
Main sponsors this year: Wisconsin Brewing Company, Dean Satellite and Security, Joe's Painting, Serenity Concepts. There's just several sponsors. Mark's Garage and Rockdale Towing. We couldn't do this without them. So we appreciate everything that you do for us, and we're hoping to go out there and collect some victories for you guys.
Yeah, that's always got a smile no matter what happens on the racetrack. Team Dean's driver this year, the number 6 of Jason Toma.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing Stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue. Recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
And just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Are you looking for comfort under the sun? You can find that and a whole lot more with your stay at the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. The Days Inn has 148 spacious rooms, an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness room, and plenty of banquet space to host that big meeting or wedding reception. If you're hungry, food and drink are just steps away at the Heroes Bar and Grill inside the hotel. So if you're planning a pool party, wedding reception, or just want a night away in a jacuzzi suite, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island is your stop under the sun.
Tall, dark, and handsome, big, fat, and ugly, you decide. Here's Doc and Dan on Cool Gold 1460.
Welcome back to Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report here on 1460 WBOG. Thanks for the radio listeners, the online listeners, and the TuneIn app listeners.
Love the TuneIn app.
Over 2,000 were listening last week.
We got to get bigger numbers. That's awesome.
We've had
we can get bigger.
3,800 TuneIn app listeners over the first 2 shows.
That's
15
awesome.
states. I think that is simply outstanding.
15 states.
Want to thank those people that listen to us. They follow us on Facebook.
Hey, how about our buddy Roy Kenseth down in Florida listening every week?
Roy listens. He does. He tries to listen every single week, so we greatly appreciate that. We need some more sunshine up here. It is Media Day at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. A couple of weeks ago, we were at Dell's Raceway Park, and Billy, you had a couple of interviews.
Yeah, first one we got coming up here, our good buddy Brett Kane from Elko Speedway talked a little bit about how his year went last year. Catching up with one of our good friends, a multi-time track champion from Elko Speedway, the freight train, Brent Kane. And Brent, last time we talked to you on the show here at the end of September, I didn't know at the time that was your first feature win. I knew it was a horrible season, but your first feature win in September, it couldn't have been that great of a year up to that point.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the season that we wanted. You know, we're used to, finishing in the top 2 with some wins, and when we couldn't even finish in the top 3, and when we're running up in the front, and we're just happy to be up there, it was finally nice to win a race.
Now, watching how the last month or 2 have progressed for you, you kept the entire season off with a pretty impressive win at the Dells.
We fixed some stuff on the car. We found some stuff that the car didn't like, and we ended up winning the last 2 races at Elko. Did awesome at Oktoberfest, and then did really good at Halloween race here and won that. So it was a good way to end the season.
So while Well, to the naked eye, it doesn't appear like much has changed to the car. Did you have to tear it down and redo it again this winter to get it to your likings to start this season off?
Well, we ended on a high note last summer, and I had some 2 elbow surgeries and a knee surgery at the end of the season.
Holy crap, how are you walking?
I unloaded the car, and we put a couple of new doors on, and that's all I did to the car.
Well, I know you got Nate there that can do most of the work when you're laid up, so nothing changed. How does this season look for you? Are you looking for an Elko Championship? Are you going to chase the Great Northern Sportsman Series? What's the season look like for 2017 for Raising Cane Racing?
Well, I have a baby boy coming.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Coming in May. Nate's got a baby boy coming in July, and we just want to make sure our car is good and competitive, and we want to keep the tradition of Raising Cane Racing going, doing well, and having babies, and we want to win the championship, obviously, but most importantly we just want to have fun and win as many races and events as we can.
Getting to the family part, I was walking around the pits at Oktoberfest gathering interviews when I got a phone call from, I think it was your brother, looking for someone to marry you and your current wife. Tell us how that went down.
Well, we both knew that we didn't want a big wedding, and we were at Silverado's on bar day at Oktoberfest, and we just looked at each other and we just said, let's just get married right now. Because we met each other there like 15 years ago, and it just seemed like a perfect place because we were with all the same people, we were with all of our friends, and we were just like, let's just do it right here.
And I saw pictures of it. It's pretty awesome, so congratulations to you guys. We'll end the interview like we do with most of our racers. Tell us about all your sponsors, because I see you got some pretty cool ones on here.
Yeah, we got guys that put up a lot of money so that we can have fun and race. Mobile One, they give us all the oil for free, and Lube Tech, they give us all anything that, lubrication wise, everything is given to us, and it's awesome. Dwayne's Body Shop out of Lonsdale, Hairball, I'm sure everyone's heard about that awesome band. Giles Brothers Excavating back in Minnesota, Boltman Lawn Service, Boulevard Vet in Chicago, Cedarview Electric. That's about it for the big ones.
All right, that's Brett Kane last week at Dells Raceway Park.
Brett, the freight train Kane, sad news at Dells Raceway Park, got DQ'd after winning a fantastic race. Another guy you got to talk to is going to kind of put Dells in his rearview mirror, Billy Doc Niles, because he has just been battered there the past 2 years.
Yeah, the last 2 years have not been kind to him, but he's always a good interview. If you don't follow him on Facebook, I highly suggest, if you like some political satire, if you will, Jeff Storm, and I like to call him the resident political analyst. We're joined now by one of the top super late model drivers in the Midwest, and also the resident political analyst, as we like to call him. That's our buddy Jeff Storm. Jeff, not a great start to last year. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, last year was ugly here at this race. Exactly what you said. We're riding back there in fourth, just going to have a good old day, and guys in front of us got together and tried swatting at each other, and I was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, but we rebuilt it. Car's been really good ever since. Had a real good car for today. Got to thank my sponsor, Great Lakes Components, 3D Construction, Scotty Dahlberg. Does an awful lot for us, so we appreciate that. Kind of had a little mishap qualifying there, had a lot of oil dry on the track, so the first 8 cars or so were kind of had to struggle through that, and we were one of them, unfortunately. Missed by one and raced our way in through the last chance race, so looks like we're starting 15th for the main.
Now, and we'll get to this year in a minute, but let's talk about last year after the accident. I kind of watched your progress on Facebook. You tore it all the way down and rebuilt it back up, and then came back out here to the Dells, and things started looking up for you the rest of the year.
Yeah, we had a solid year. We're trying a lot of racers that can't just leave anything alone. You win a race and then got to go try to make it better. But so we're trying to learn some other stuff, different setup stuff, and we worked through it last year. Kind of hit on it pretty good at the end of the year. Myself, I worked pretty close with Pathfinder chassis, and things are looking good for us. So.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook one Saturday night there was a trophy almost as tall as you. Tell us about that night.
I don't know which night you're talking about.
All right, wrong person. So let's get into 2017. What are the plans? You going to weekly race at the Dells? You going to travel around like you have been, or just play close to the vest and pick and choose?
Yeah, it's more than likely we're just going to pick and choose. I know we're kind of looking forward to getting back down to Madison to run the Triple Crown down there, so that's kind of scheduled into our deal. I'd really like to get up to Wausau to run the Larry Deachin's Memorial Race. That one means a lot to me, and I like all the folks up there, so I'd like to get up to that one. Outside of that, Bill, I really don't know what else we're going to do here this year.
All right, being you're the resident political analyst, what are your thoughts on what's happening with the politics these days?
Well, politics are politics, but I guess it was the worst of two evils. When it started out, I wasn't really a Trump fan, but you jump on board. Hopefully he makes the right decisions. I like what happened the other day with Syria. We're America. We ain't going to take it like in the past, and he proved that. Some disagree. I'm not all for war, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So hopefully Mr. Trump can keep the economy rolling. Everybody I deal with in my business seems at ease, and they're freeing up their shekels a little bit, so spending money. So that's what we like to see, keep the economy going.
That's Jeff Storm, one of the top super late models in the Midwest and political analyst. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Bill.
There you have it, Brett the Freight Train Kane and Jeff Storm. I was going to nickname him T-Bone last year, but after the T-Bone he took at the Dells, I don't think he would have liked that too well. He is the Rush Limbaugh of racing. We have Media Day going on at the La Crosse Speedway from now until 3 o'clock, getting ready for the Budweiser Open or the Frostbuster on the 30th, and someone's giving away tickets.
Yeah, Whitetail Crossing and Convenience Stores in Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, and Toma are your last chance to get free Frostbuster tickets. Stop on to any one of them 4 locations. Get registered. You can also win a 12-pack of pop and your choice of a pizza.
More of the program coming up next. We're going to hear from Paul Reichert. We're going to burn some rubber and give you a report next on WBOG.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
Spring, spring, spring. Now that it's spring, no one wants to sit inside and watch TV with it so beautiful outside. And when you get DirecTV through Dean Satellite and Security, you don't have to. You can now take your TV with you into the great outdoors with the free mobile app from DirecTV. Going on a picnic? Take your TV with you. Sitting by the lake? Don't miss your favorite show. It's really that simple. Call your local friends at Dean Satellite and Security today at 608-269-2897 or visit them online at deanstv.com. Now get outside and watch your TV. Content, channels, and functionality varies by TV package, viewing location, and device. Data charges may apply. Conditions apply. Call for details.
Get ready. It's the Days Inn Burnin' Rubber Race Report with Paul Reichert. Brought to you by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. Now here's Paul with this week's report.
Hi, race fans. Paul Reichert here with the Burning Rubber Race Report. When we come back, we got a lot of the results to talk about, even though it was a light weekend before the Easter holiday. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars two-step through Texas last week. The modified streak down south ended last week, and a few more tracks tried to get their season opened, but Mother Nature wouldn't allow that. All that and much more coming up next on the Burning Rubber Race Report.
Are you looking for comfort under the sun? You can find that and a whole lot more with your stay at the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. The Days Inn has 148 spacious rooms, an indoor pool, hot tub, fitness room, and plenty of banquet space to host that big meeting or wedding reception. If you're hungry, food and drink are just steps away at the Heroes Bar and Grill inside the hotel. So if you're planning a pool party, wedding reception, or just want a night away in a jacuzzi suite, Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island is your stop under the sun.
Hi, race fans. Paul Reichert here with another edition of the Burning Rubber Race Report presented by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center. A little light schedule here because of the Easter weekend, but there was racing. We're glad we got some racing in. We'll start with Thursday night. The World of Outlaw Sprint Cars made their way through Texas last weekend, visiting Gator Motorplex in Willis, Texas, making up a rainout from early on in the season. David Gravel was the winner. On Friday, the Lucas Oil Midwest Late Models started off a two-night show at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Will Vaught took the victory. The past Southern Modified Racing Series was at Caraway, North Carolina, and Brandon Ward's streak of 3 straight wins to start the season ended thanks to Tim Brown, who claimed his first ever win on the past Southern Modified Series. USAC Sprints were at Bloomington, Indiana Friday. Chad Boasflug was the winner, and if you didn't know, his car owner, the team happens to be based out of Milwaukee, believe it or not, so a nice connection there. World of Outlaw Sprint Cars kicked off a two-night show at a track very familiar to them, Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas. The Racing Cajun, Jason Johnson, claimed the victory Friday night. On Saturday, a few more tracks try to get their seasons opened, but Mother Nature rained them out, including Deer Creek, Knoxville, Rice Lake, and Shawano, and they'll try again tonight, hopefully getting their seasons started. All-Star Circuit of Champions ran at Attica, Ohio. First-time winner was Spencer Baston. Cornbelt Clash was at 34 Raceway in West Burlington, Iowa. Reigning champion Chris Simpson claimed the victory. Night 2 for the Lucas Oil Midwest Late Models at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. A familiar name from the United States Modified Touring Series, who's in his first year of running late models, claimed the victory. Rodney Sanders, how about that? The Pass South Tour was at Hickory, North Carolina for the Easter Bunny 150. Preston Peltier was the winner of that race. The Sunshine State Challenge Series ran at 417 Southern Speedway in Punta Gorda, Florida. And the dominator on that series, Jesse Dutilly, claimed another win. USAC Sprints were at Tri-State Speedway in Hubstad, Indiana, Saturday night, and reigning series champ Chris Windham claimed his second win of the season. And night 2 for the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas, saw Brad Sweet claim the big win on Saturday. And that'll do it for this week's edition of the Burning Rubber Race Report. I'm Paul Reichert, and we'll see you next week, folks.
That's the Days Inn Burnin' Rubber Race Report with Paul Reichert, brought to you by the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse.
Quick and convenient is what they're all about.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
That's what they do at Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores. See why next time you're in Baraboo, Black River Falls, Nakusa, Toma, or Wittenberg. Whitetail Crossing Stores are quick and convenient. Grab breakfast and coffee, sandwich and a fountain drink for lunch, or fill up the tank with Whitetail Crossing fuels. It's quick, convenient, and easy to stop at.
Whitetail Crossing and Smoke Shop.
The people have spoken. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer from Big Boar Barbecue. Recently voted the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County by popular vote. And no, this wasn't a rigged election. Try it yourself, and you'll agree this is the best barbecue. You'll find us on 3rd Street downtown and on Highway 16 in West Salem. But our catering truck can come right to your door for any special occasion.
And just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue. Now that's a mouthful.
Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin. A proud supporter of the local racing, celebrating 20 years in the racing industry. From dirt tracks to asphalt, Weir's Machine manufactures over 400 quality parts that racers rely on to win races, producing some of the finest parts in the industry. Engine parts, tools, suspension parts, race accessories. Head to WeirsMachine.com to browse their entire line or call them direct. Weir's Machine and Racing Products, Bangor, Wisconsin.
Come on in. Welcome to JT's Long Shots in West Salem. We're Trisha and Jim.
It's your new sports bar for watching all your favorite sports. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 7, with $1.75 domestics and rails. For lunch or dinner, the kitchen is open. Half-price burgers on Mondays. Tuesday, it's bone or boneless wings. Fish tacos on Friday. Stop after the races tonight to hear live music. It's Joe Cody from 8 to midnight.
Jim and I'd love to see you at JT's Long Shots Sports Bar, downtown West Salem.
There's the white flag. One more lap on Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460.
Welcome back. The final time on today's Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report with Dan and Doc. Greatly want to appreciate Dave Nelke for stopping by the program. Jason Toma, Paul Reicher with the Burning Rubber Race Report, Brent Kane, and Jeff Storm. After the program's done, I'm going down to the pits. Billy Doc Niles. It is media day on a beautiful Saturday at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. I love the different names, the different faces, the different nicknames I do have to start coming up with. I have about a week to do that. And some of the different body styles. Jeff Thompson driving an old Camaro, which is a new body from someone that used to run the La Crosse Speedway. You can't think of it. The one-armed bandit, Jake Arneson.
Oh, Jake Arneson, yeah, I could picture the car. I just couldn't remember the name.
It's so different. Jake's was the big lime, bright green, and now Thompson's got it black and red.
Right there. Thompson, he's going to debut that, I believe, at his party.
Yeah.
Isn't he? So,
which is going to be at Days Inn and Heroes Bar and Grill next weekend on Saturday. So stop by. I'll be DJing his racing smoker. And a lot of good guys coming back out. Some of the same names we knew we were going to be coming back this year. Nice mix for straight stocks of some late model rookies. I think the La Crosse Speedway teased that in the newsletter that came out after the banquet was done, that there was some late model rookies they knew were coming around. And it's just that it's that time of the year. I already told the wife, you may as well just make your plans between now and October because you're not going to see me but maybe 4 days a week.
You know what I'm looking forward to is with the loosening of the La Crosse rules package on the late models to see who's going to show up. I mean, the rumors are out there, but I want to see if they actually show up.
Well, we already knew that Skylar said he was going to come this year. Kelsey Schultz told us last weekend she wants to come 3 or 4 times this year. A couple of names were kicked around that we talked to that we don't want to put the cat out of the bag yet, that we heard from Dells Raceway Park. This could be one of those years where you're sitting in the grandstands going, wait a minute, so-and-so's back.
That would be awesome. And like you said, we talked to a couple of them, and the possibility of them showing up is greater now than it has ever been. So it's going to be great to see some of these names that are pop-up winning features all over the state showing up at La Crosse on a Saturday night to race.
You know, I 2 years ago, I don't prognosticate. I don't do it on social media. I don't do it on the radio or TV. Many people say, hey, who do you think is going to win the late model championship? I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to slight any driver that's out there across any class. But I did say 2 years ago on the radio program, I think this was going to be the best La Crosse late model season I have seen since I've announced there. And it was. Last year, I said, I think this is going to be the best sportsman field that we've had in the time I've been in La Crosse. And it was, because I knew some Minnesota guys were going to be coming down. This year, I don't have a clue, because the late models are strong. The sportsmen, we know who's coming back, and there's some surprises coming out. The street stock numbers continue to grow. The Thunder stock is always exciting on the action track quarter mile. Minivans, we saw, I think, 11 in one race last year. And the Hornets are Hornets. So I can't even throw out there what I think is going to be the best division this year.
I think as far as the late models are concerned, there are 2 big questions in my mind. Number 1, can anybody knock Steve Carlson off the throne? And number 2, will this be Steve Carlson's last year? Those are the 2 burning questions I got
well,
right now.
Well, then you got to figure, Adam Degenhardt said he's going to run a full season again, and the guy's serious. He was last year, and he kind of faltered towards the end. Matt Henderson's gone through 3 motors in a year and a half. That guy is about due to get the monkey off his back. Justin Mulliken, I think, because of the work they've done on that car in the Eckelberg garage this year, could surprise some people. Maybe not for a championship, but I think he's going to get some wins.
I think the rookie battle right now, I only know of Mulliken and Procek, so I don't know who else is popping up there, but that could be an interesting battle because Mulliken really basically raced the wheels off that car. We haven't seen that car run that well in a long time.
Nick Clements will be in a late model this year. Sportsman-wise, real quickly, is this the year finally for Steve Bachman, or does the re-emergence of Randy Humfeld back, does that make things interesting?
Well, let's let this one out of the bag. Everybody knows Humfeld's going to be driving Clements' car from the last 2 years.
number 6, I think it is.
So, is this the year he wins it, or does he just keep finishing in second place behind the same car
and getting that chase? Well, he's won the chase championship twice now. And I DJ'd his smoker a couple of weeks ago. Oh, by the way, I'll be DJing Brian Hesselberg's smoker tonight, folks. So head to Augie's in Bangor. I'll be there from, I think, 5 till midnight. I had to throw the plug in. Bachman doesn't want the Chase Championship. He wants
the championship.
The crown. One more time, who's giving away tickets for the Frostbuster?
Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores, Black River Falls, Baraboo, Nakusa, Toma. Your 4 locations to win your last chance at free Frostbuster tickets. Win a pair of tickets this Wednesday. Plus, get a shot at a 12-pack of pop and your choice of a pizza.
That's going to do it for the program. Again, I want to thank Dave Nalke, Jason Toma, Brent Kane, Paul Reichert, and Jeff Storm for joining us. Got some great sponsors to thank before we get back on the Speedway at La Crosse.
Well, of course, besides Whitetail Crossing and convenience stores, we got Dean's Satellite and Repair, Big Boar Barbecue, Toma Sparta Raceway, Weir's Machine, JT's Long Shots, Days Inn and Heroes Bar and Grill, and, of course, fansarena.com for supply and art apparel. To the pits we go. We will see you on the 30th, the Frostbuster at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, 12:45 qualifying, racing at 2 o'clock. Catch us on Facebook, Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores Race Report. Thanks to Jesse for producing the show, our guests for coming on, Billy Doc Nels for sitting there, and I'm Radio Man Dan. This is Cool Gold 1460 WBOG.
There's the checkered flag. Join us again next week for the Whitetail Crossing Convenience Store Race Report on Cool Gold 1460, brought to you by Whitetail Crossing Convenience Stores in Baraboo, Black River Falls, and Toma. By Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and 3rd Street, downtown La Crosse. By Dean Satellite and Security, your local DirecTV retailer. By the Days Inn Hotel and Conference Center on French Island, La Crosse. By Weir's Machine and Racing Products in Bangor, Wisconsin. And by TJ's Long Shots Grill and Saloon in historic downtown West Salem.